I want to start by saying it's a little bit ironic that the people asking for bullying to stop in the schools are the ones snickering and calling names here tonight while other people speak. Also, I just want to quick say that the separation of church and state was originally designed to keep the state out of the church, not the church out of the school, but that's not what this is about. Nobody's asking for religion in our schools. I want to thank the board for being here and for enduring what was probably an exhausting month since the last board meeting. I'm here today to talk about the mural in the Teen Health Center. I'm sure it's frustrating for a mural to still be the topic of school board meetings because it's taking away valuable time from other issues that our school should be addressing. Our parents, teachers, and school board should all have one common goal, and that's our students' education. There are, of course, things that can stifle and distract from our children's education, and I believe it's the administration and school board's job to eliminate those distractions. Now, I'm certainly not saying that a picture on a wall is going to stop my children from learning, but it is certainly causing a big divide in our school and a distraction from that common goal. Our media is giving us reasons to be divided every single day, and our society is falling for it. Whether you voted for Donald Trump, if you support Black Lives Matter, if you're part of the LGBT community, if you've been vaccinated, if you're pro-life. These are all topics that most Americans feel very strongly about. But because our society has lost all empathy for people who don't agree with them, the school has been pretty adamant, or seemed to be, to keeping those things out of our school. I would say pretty successfully up until now. I could argue that there could be and should be a pro-life mural in our school. It would undoubtedly include every single person who has or ever will step into that school. Everybody should agree with that stance because everybody's here, mother chose life for them. What's not inclusive about that, right? Well, we know that's not true. We know there's people, there would be a huge divide, and it would cause more name calling and another distraction from learning. There would be an outrage. So, like everything else mentioned above, our school doesn't teach it, advertise it, or promote it. It causes division. Of course, students should be allowed and even welcome to be different from each other, have different views and opinions. That's what makes America great. But it isn't the public school's job to teach students which way they should believe when it comes to moral issues. We shouldn't be promoting one side or the other. I don't think that anyone here is suggesting that students who identify as LGBT shouldn't be allowed in our schools or don't deserve the same respect and education as everyone else. Based on everyone's testimonies today, it's clear that bullying is an issue here in Grant, and that does need to be addressed, but with a better way than a divisive mural on the wall. What we are fighting for is for our school to stop promoting ideas or supporting organizations in our school that do. Why is anything sexual being promoted or advertised in school at all, especially in a middle school? These adolescent students who most will go through the crazy, confusing, and vulnerable time of puberty while in this building don't need their whole identity wrapped up into who they are or aren't sexually attracted to. They're children. So when there's a painting on a wall representing very specific groups of sexual orientations, it's not about being inclusive. It's about promoting the ideas and values of one very specific group of people.
Okay, Katlyn.
Yep. The same reason there isn't a pro-life painted on the wall, a BLM logo on our basketball courts, a pride flag hanging from the front flagpole, this mural just doesn't belong in our schools. I'd like to urge the school board to eliminate any distraction for our kids' learning and anything that's causing this huge divide in our school and our community. Thanks for your time.